Let's talk about ending the day on a high note and being the best that you can be. Hi, my name is John Immel. I'm the director of the Joyful Belly School of Ayurveda. When you come home from work, refresh your body, wash your face, give yourself a brief self-massage. That can be just a few minutes, really, where you just rub down the skin over your whole body, and then do a light little stretch or a small bit of exercise to unwind tension of the day. And then, importantly, consider best use of your time for the rest of the day. In the evening, I like to think about enjoying the fruits of my labor, right? We don't, work is not an end, right? We don't rest or have leisure at the end of the day so that we can work better tomorrow. Work is not the end of life, but work is the means. So the highest point is what we do with our leisure, and so after the workday, we want to use the fruits of our labor for some enjoyment. And so consider the best use of your time for the rest of the day. How about using the fruits of your labor to love someone well, to spend time with your kids, to make life meaningful? Right? Not just, when I say enjoy the day, I don't just mean selfish pleasure, although it can mean something you do for yourself, but higher things, like things that will make you sustainably happy, where your happiness will persist and last. Think about those things when you come home at the end of the day and have some time to enjoy leisure. That's the best way to use leisure, is for sustainable happiness. All right. So after you've refreshed your body, contemplated how to best use the rest of the day, it's time to think about your evening meal. So first of all, we'll talk a little bit about timing for the evening meal, and then we'll talk about what kind of meal is you want to have. So try not to eat 2 hours within 2 hours of bedtime. So if you go to bed at 10 p.m., make sure your dinner is done before 8 p.m. If your body is digesting food, it's going to be harder for you to sleep. And it's going to be harder for your body to do the internal maintenance it needs to do when you're busy digesting foods. You'll also have increased chances of suffering from acid reflux. A late dinner may make it harder to wake up in the morning, especially for kapha-type people. It'll make them heavy. Sumo wrestlers specifically eat food late at night in order to gain weight, in order to be heavier. So if you don't want to feel heavy and sluggish, don't eat dinner late at night. Now, Vata or Pitta people may find it supportive to eat a small snack or have some warm spiced milk before bed to support sleep. And, okay, so this is why, because of these issues with eating late at night, Ayurveda recommends an earlier dinner, ideally between 4:30 and 6 p.m. The evening meal should also be lighter than lunch. Your body's tired by the end of the day, so your digestion's a little tired. And as the night wears on, it is more and more important that you coddle or baby your digestive tract. So after 6 p.m., don't have a very difficult to digest meal. After 8 p.m., keep it very easy to digest. All right, so what does all this mean? You might have steak and fries at 5:30. But I wouldn't have steak and fries after 6 p.m. That may be a little bit too difficult to digest. That may be more like, I don't know, more like chicken soup, or it could even mean like a steak with a baked potato instead of oily, heavy to digest, fatty fries. Okay? Then after 8 p.m., it's going to look more like a chicken soup or khichdi or foods that are just not too complex. After 9:30 p.m., it's going to look more like a liquid meal, a smoothie, a warm bowl of broth, etc. Just so you can really baby your digestive tract and get a good, sound night's sleep. All right, then after your meal, you want to slow down before the second wind. So your body will naturally get tired at a certain time of night, and you don't want to push through that, because then you'll push through to your second wind, your sense of tiredness will disappear, and then you're burning the midnight oil. Basically, you're using your metabolism for work when your metabolism that time of night is supposed to go towards repairing and cleansing your body. So you want to be asleep before the second wind arises. If you are awake when the second wind arises, then it's going to be hard for you to go to sleep before midnight. And really that second wind can last until 2 a.m. You want to turn off screens at least an hour before bed, especially those that emit blue light, because various studies show that exposure to blue light is going to make it harder for you to fall asleep. And almost every single electronic device emits a lot of blue light, so it's important that you consider that and start shutting off those screens beforehand. Some devices do have a yellow shift filter for nighttime, so check to see if you have a nightlight on your computer. Even without blue light, the flicker light, even if you have a yellow shift nightlight on your computer or phone, even without that blue light, the flicker rate on the phone can be stimulating to the nervous system. So those screens really do disrupt sleep at night. All right, so you've wound down, you're getting to sleep before the second wind, you ate your dinner early. Now, just before bed, what are you going to do? Well, I like to write down my goals for the next day, because sometimes if I don't, I sit in bed and think about how am I going to remember what I have to do tomorrow. And it's also good just then you wake up and you know what you need to do. Then I like to do a little stretching to unwind tension. I might even do just very light exercise, nothing to stimulate my heart rate though. Which basically means just gentle stretching. And if you need to cleanse, like if you're trying to cleanse your bowels, you might want to take some triphala before bed, although triphala is also a diuretic, so it could keep you up, could wake you up having to pee. You want to do triphala before brushing your teeth, because triphala can hurt your teeth if you just leave it on there. And that triphala, if you don't know, is an Ayurvedic herb formula with 3 herbs. Tri-phala. Phala means fruit. 3 fruit. It's a 3-fruit herb formula. And with haritaki, amalaki, and bibitaki. So it's a popular cleansing herb formula in Ayurveda. So after you take triphala, and even if you don't take triphala, before you go to bed, brush your teeth. All right, so then after you do that, you're almost ready for bed. I like to do a little prayer or meditation before bed where I'm thankful for the day. I like to start off my prayer with being thankful for the day. You know, there's no point in being bitter about how the day treated you, right? It's reality. Don't get mad at reality. Instead, what we have to figure out how to do is submit to the way things are. Submit to reality. And that doesn't mean that we give up agency or our own power in the situation. It just means that we did the best we could that day. Tomorrow's another day, and we're going to be thankful. Any problem or struggle you went through is going to be a future growth opportunity. And so just be grateful. And then examination of conscience. What could I have done better today? And then make a repair attempt with anyone you hurt. And this is, I got this idea of repair attempts from a great marriage book. And, I've got to get I'll put the name of the marriage book in the comments because it's a really good one. And it talks about making repair attempts with your spouse. And I think you can make a repair attempt with anyone, your kids, your parents, a friend. If you hurt somebody, make a repair attempt. It doesn't have to mean like, oh, I'm so sorry or anything like that. It can be really simple. Just that you call your friend, text your friend and say, hey, I'm thinking about you, miss you, can't wait till the next time we get together. Or hey, you want to go to the movies this Friday? Anything like that is a repair attempt, because, they're thinking, you're mad, you're steaming, you're fuming, the relationship is gone, or they might be worried or anxious about it, but your attempt to express your desire to be with them or enjoy time with them just whisks all of that stress away. Communicate how much you appreciate someone. End the day on a high note, right? End every day in a great way. Don't stick it to the other person. No revenge, all that. Get over that. Instead, appreciate somebody, anybody. There's always lots of great reasons to appreciate the people in your life. And for more on prayer or meditation before bed, specifically appropriate to evening, see our video on contemplative and prayer routine, which is in this playlist. All right, then some tips for sleeping. And I'm going to give you a whole sleep video next. The next video is all on sleep. For sleeping, go to bed the same time each night. So you establish a biorhythm. That should be 9 p.m. for Vata, 10 p.m. for Pitta types, 11 p.m. for Kapha body types. If you have trouble getting to sleep, try some warm milk with ghee and a pinch of nutmeg before bed, although that might aggravate Kapha. Vata Pitta people can do that. And as I said, check out our sleep video coming up next.